Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are here to react to another episode of Euphoria. This is season 2, episode 5. It is called Stand Still Like a Hummingbird. I have been told that this episode's a little bit of a doozy. So I'm prepared. The previously on segment featured a lot of Rue, so I'm guessing that is what this episode is about. And I'm just like, I'm mentally preparing myself for what is apparently a stressful episode. So, what happened last time? Last time was all about, last time was the Nate and Cassie just messy episode where we just saw Cassie falling apart due to her, obsession with Nathaniel. For whatever reason, she chose this serial killer to be in love with. And she just like couldn't handle anything. And the funniest thing probably that I've ever seen was her throwing up in the hot tub and having to be like dragged out by her mom. So funny. But we also had some interesting like montage moments at the end, kind of showing where everyone figuratively is in their like respective journeys or storylines, including we got a little, not more info about Rue, but like just more development in terms of like how much she misses her dad, and how even though she says it's not a driving force for her drug addiction, it is a pretty solid driving force for her drug addiction. And I'm curious to see how it's going to unfold. So, before we jump into this, please consider leaving a like on the video. That means a ton to me and it helps my channel out a lot. If you are new here or find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to support me even further, consider checking out my Patreon. On my Patreon, I post full uncuts for everything I watch on the channel. I'm also, I just started the show Heartbreakers? The one about the two little gay high school boys. I think it's Heartstoppers. That's been requested 1,000 times in my comments. So I'm starting that, and it's going to be early access for a little bit on Patreon. So if you're interested in seeing my reactions to that, pop over. I think it's going to be early access for anyone over the second tier, the $10, the full length and above. Will get that early. Might be an hour early, might be a day early, might be a week early. Who knows? Just kind of will ebb and flow with my schedule, how much free time I have to make the videos. But yeah, you can also get featured in all my videos as well. So if you're interested in seeing that show, or you're interested in full-length reactions, consider checking out my Patreon. That would mean a lot to me. But otherwise, let's enter Stress City with episode 5 of Euphoria.
But I didn't rat you
I know I never
out.
should have fucking trusted you.
Say anything.
What is she talking about? Wait, were you doing drugs with Gia?
No.
Did Elliot tell her? Or Ollie?
You knew. Don't slam my door.
Classic mom. Don't slam my door.
Chill the fuck out. It's just weed. I'm talking about weed.
It's not weed.
I'm talking about pills.
Peels.
What?
Orange peels.
I'm not doing opiates.
Look at that face.
Come on, let's go. Let's fucking drug test me.
I don't need to. Jules told me everything.
Oh. Jules did it. Elliot told her, and she told her mom.
What the fuck did you do, Mom?
Fuck. Please.
What did you do, Mom?
To me, okay? Please.
What did you
It's
do
gonna
with
be
the
okay.
fucking suitcase? What
It's
did
gonna
you
be
do with the
okay.
fucking
Oh. What did she do?
It wasn't mine!
Then whose is it? Huh?
A drug dealer?
I'm calling the police.
No, you can't. You
Yes.
can't do that.
You will not attack me in my
I
own home.
got 1-year-old home.
I raised you. I did, okay? And you do not fucking scare me.
Ho ho ho. She's trying to scare her right now.
You're not a good person, Rue.
Damn straight she's not a good person.
You smiling?
Really? You're proud of that? Hit me. I know you want to get the fuck off of me.
Don't you fucking touch her!
Oh.
Get out! Get the fuck out of here! What did you do?
Oh, she's kicking holes in the wall, in the door. Jesus, Rupert. Good God, child. God dang!
What the fuck else am I supposed to do, huh? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to fucking do?
Read the Bible. I'm sorry. Jeez, Zendaya acting her ass off right now.
This is bad. This is really, really bad.
Yeah, but like you were doing those drugs anyway. You were planning on selling them.
What did you do with them?
We flushed them down the toilet.
Oh. Oh no. She's gonna get murdered. Oh, I love the sentiment. I love the sentiment of flushing those drugs, but like from a logistical standpoint, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, sweet Martha and her cookies. And Jules was here for this whole thing. Who's that? Elliot's there too? Yikes. What is this, an intervention?
Fuck you.
Who cares about
He
you?
did slightly
Concern you, Jules.
enable her
Yes, it does.
addiction as
I
well.
don't want you to kill yourself.
I don't know if he knew the extent of her history though.
Yeah, so you gonna tell my fucking mom?
You are fucking dead to me.
You don't mean that.
I fucking mean every fucking word.
I don't believe you.
Jeez.
Just go around fucking.
Sucking the fucking spirit out of everyone!
I love you.
No, the fuck you don't. You love being loved. You're a fucking greedy whore who just likes sucking the life out of people. And it fucking hurts, Jules!
She does love being loved.
No, you don't.
You don't love her.
You don't love me!
If Jules, I have to agree with
fucking love
Rue
me.
right there.
When I fucking needed you. You fucking loved me.
If she did love her, she wouldn't have cheated on her twice.
You fucking loves me at my fucking lowest.
But to a certain extent,
Fucking loves you and does
if she didn't love her, she probably wouldn't care about her drug addiction.
If you want to help me,
You know, her
you can just stay out of my fucking life
trying to
forever.
get her help
Because honestly, looking
comes
at
from
you
a
makes
place
me
of
physically
love.
fucking ill.
And this shit was never my place.
I think Elliot plays a small part, a real small part, in enabling Rue. She would have kept doing drugs without him, and he didn't know the full history of her addiction with drugs and her relationship to that. But
Me too, baby. Me too.
I think he did it.
I know.
Told Jules for good reasons. He didn't want to. He felt like a bad person allowing it to continue, and I think he came to that realization when she was drinking on drugs in the last episode. I think that was the point where he realized like just how serious the situation was.
I relapsed as soon as I got out of rehab. Just get you back into rehab. Wait, what the fuck are you talking about, Mom? I thought you said we were going to the ER. Yeah, baby, it's the same thing. No, it's not the fucking same thing.
It's not quite the same thing. I mean, she definitely needs to go to rehab, but On a technicality standpoint, it's not the same thing.
5%. Okay? Those are my fucking chances. 1 in 20. All I know.
Okay, so if you go to rehab 20 times, you're golden.
You guys didn't do this fucking intervention shit. I was about a month away from killing myself. I have this image in my head of me just, you know, laying in the sand and letting the waves just kind of take me out to sea. Okay, baby, we're almost there. It's not fucking okay,
It's like a manic state. Oh, no, 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 no. Does car not have child locks? She looks like she's gonna throw up. It's gotta be uncomfortable running in those Converse. Gonna get blisters. Yo, who knew there was that much water in Los Angeles? What is she? What's up with her side? Does she have to pee? She got a burst appendix? What's going on?
Hey, Rue.
Oh, hi.
Ooh.
Hey. Oh.
Why are you wearing shoes in the house? Is this some weird California thing?
Jeez, are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
You look terrible.
She does.
Terrible.
Yeah, I think I just have like a cold or something.
Well, don't get me sick. I have a compromised immune system.
Of course you do.
She's not doing good.
No, she's super not doing good. Lexi, call her mom, please. What? You're taking her earrings? Why? Oh, Lexi, bless up. Did you call her mom? Yes. Atta girl.
Can't get clean. I can't do that shit forever.
You don't have to. Just take it one day at a time.
Shut up, Cassie. I mean, technically true, but shut up.
Hey, Cass,
She looks so proud of herself there.
I have a quick question for you.
What?
How long have you been fucking Nate Jacobs?
Oh my god.
What are you talking about?
Oh. Lexi, like, oh my god.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I saw her get in his truck and then kiss him and drive off. That was like what, like
Yo.
come on.
Are you kidding me?
She's already crying.
No, I don't even know why she would say that. You're lying.
She's immediately like bawling.
I'm okay.
Literally gonna get violent.
No, there is no need to get violent, okay? Because we are having an intervention. Stop it.
Oh, you're crying? No. You're fucking crying, you fucking bitch. You're the one who's hurt. The most self-centered, idiotic person I have ever fucking met. You fucked my ex, and you're fucking crying? Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I don't give a shit who's fucking who, okay?
Rue's mom. I don't care. You're being an animal.
I don't even know why you're believing her. She's a drug addict. How long have you been fucking him? Be honest.
Let's just do it later.
Two different fights happening right now.
Rue?
Let's just get into the car, okay?
When was this?
Right after New Year's.
You dumb fucking bitch. I'm gonna fuck you. Fucking run away from me.
Yo, Miss Howard, how are you letting this happen? You know, granted, your daughter made some bad choices, but that's still your daughter. Like, you gotta step in, defend her. Oh my god. This episode, bruh. This is just chaos.
Well, can I use your bathroom?
Go ahead.
That's her go-to move. Can I use your bathroom? And then looks for drugs. Ooh.
Come on now, Rue.
Fez.
Please.
He's just disappointed.
Please let me take them. Just only 3. She won't even know that they're gone. She won't miss them.
Principal, Rue.
Yeah, it's the principal. He can't let you do that.
You
Let
gotta
go.
leave the
Fez,
house
let
when
go.
you came from home.
Get off! Get your fucking hands off me!
Hey.
Get off me, you piece of shit!
Hell no.
Don't fucking
No, come here.
Don't
Come
fucking
here.
get off!
Yeah, you don't get physical with Fez in his own home. I think he does have to kick you out.
You gotta go.
Who's this?
Stop fucking rushing.
Is this rich family that Maddie babysits for? Does that make a Kelly? What's up, girl?
Yeah, they don't know what's up.
Is abdominal pain a symptom of withdrawal? Bro, who just keeps cash in a random drawer? No way. Come on, people. That's a gun. Oh, that's not the rich family that Maddie babysits for. Might as well steal her shoes too.
Gabe, I think someone broke in. Get the gun.
Oh, holy fuck!
Jesus. What is going on, man?
Everything okay, miss?
Totally.
Where you headed?
What was that?
I said I'm headed.
Headed home. Use your ears, Chief.
Ah, damn it. Ah, shit. We got a runner.
We got a runner.
Live in the past. All these
Jesus. Rupert, at a certain point, you gotta be getting tired, man. You about to run into traffic, Rue? You're not even gonna look? Oh! What is this? Like an 80s movie? This is a John Hughes film? That's someone's quinceañera. Oh! Oh! Right into the cacti. God dang. This is just the most disruptive police foot chase I've ever seen. This is straight up a drug-fueled... Don't... This is like an 80s John Hughes film, but instead of a teenager skipping school, it's a teenager on drugs.
Wrap it up.
Oh, she's definitely in that trash can. She's 100% in that trash can. God dang it. You guys don't check that? Look inside that. Come on now. Come on now.
Hi. Ruby Bennett. I'm so
Ruby
happy to
Bennett?
see you.
Her name's Rupert. Like Rupert Grint from Harry Potter. Don't call her Ruby. Just kidding. I understand that's her name.
Listen, I appreciate you coming here with all this jewelry and stuff, but you're gonna have to pay the whole thing in cash. This isn't a pawn shop.
No, I'm sorry.
You're gonna get sold into sex slavery.
Told me they got a opiate.
Oh my god, that's what the bird's for. That's a trafficking thing. Oh no.
Happy and feel good start to
Oh,
decrease
no,
once
no.
your body's getting it artificially. But the longer you use
God dang it. I learned about that once. That's what the bird's for. So you can't hear people scratching on the door.
these big dead spots in the parts
And the door's locked. There's someone in there currently, isn't there?
you can never get it back.
Oh, and you could hear her scratch. Jesus Christ. Rupert, you're gonna get sold.
Silver lining is that the things that don't
Oh no.
feel as bad.
It's one of the good parts of being a woman.
Jesus
Even if
Christ.
you don't have money, you've still got something people want.
No. Oh.
I need you to be still, Rue. Hold it steady, Rue.
Oh no. She's stabbing her multiple times to make it look like she does heroin. Yeah, look at what she just...
You know what's funny, Rue?
And
when I
she's
first
twisted.
saw
Oh
you,
my god.
This girl's gonna
Oh. Yeah, she's definitely doing stuff to her to make it look like she's like a heavy needle user. Oh, she was like digging around in there too. That's gonna cause some pretty decent bruising. So she's like definitely like preparing her to be human trafficked, right? Because there's the bird, there's the lock on the door. She just drugged her with morphine, gave her a bunch of needle marks. This is no bueno.
I'm with you when I'm 6 years old and at the beach for the first time, jumping into the waves.
Oh, and the beach is where she said she wants to die. Oh, no. Yeah. She jacked up your arm. Foreboding music, yeah. Foreboding music should have been playing for the whole episode. I would have taken my shoes off. Rule number 1 is sneak in, take your shoes off. I would have taken them off one at a time. Now you gotta hold the whole thing of keys. You need to shut the up. You are so loud. Yo, this has to be like a come to Jesus moment where Rue like really understands the extent of her, like the consequences of her drug addiction. Girl, you need to shut the up. How do you not realize that you need to be quiet? Jesus Christ. Oh no. That's super no bueno. It's so loud. It's like they're intentionally ramping up the sound of every little thing that she does. Ow. Bro, if she doesn't make it, Oh. I'm like having a panic attack right now.
Rue?
Oh, Christ. God. I think that's the most stressed I've ever been in my life. I need a moment to like decompress. God damn it. I feel like I'm gonna cry just like post watching that. Like in the episode, I was just baffled at what was happening, and like, but oh my God, that lady was gonna sell her. like when she told her she would traffic her, she was being real. And I don't know if Rue realizes how dangerously close she just was to being sold into sex slavery. God dang it. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see the post-episode jazz. Oh, man. Okay. That was, there's one word to describe that episode. I think it's claustrophobic. Oh, jeez. Okay, so we start out with Rue at home, trying to find these pills and realizing, well, first her mom is like, yo, you're doing drugs. I know you're doing drugs. And this whole like family drama thing that happens where it's just like the pain and the devastation you see on her mom's face and Gia's face as she is freaking out at them, like losing her mind at them, trying to find these pills, like literally getting violent, kicking holes in the door, like smashing her head against the door to open it, like literally getting violent, like confronting her mother again in her house, like reminiscent of the scene we saw in season 1, and just like this manic state, like these two drastic sides of who she is, of like saying she wants to get clean but she can't, and then flip-flopping at the same time to this like cruel like rage-fueled individual, and just like all that, just like just without even taking into the fact that like she can't find these drugs, just all that, like the embarrassment, the panic of getting caught, the gaslighting, the inherent emotion that comes with family, and the history behind it all, like all of that by itself, and then couple in the fact that like Rue, to a certain extent, at least somewhat understands the seriousness of like not being able to find these drugs, given the fact that it costs what, $5,000, and she knows to a certain extent, right, that that's a problem for her, for these drugs to be gone. And so it's just like, it's wild to just watch her vacillate back and forth between these things, and then to find out that they flushed them down the toilet. It's like, on one hand, it's like, yes, get rid of her drugs. But then on a much larger, grander scale, it's like, oh no, this is not good. And that comes full circle at the end of the episode. And it's just, it's wild. And we find out that Jules is there. Jules is the one that told her mom, because she got told from Elliot. And I think the motivations behind both of those characters are very interesting. Because starting with Elliot, he's been doing drugs with Rue the whole time. He's definitely been enabling her, but like, I think to a certain extent, he didn't quite realize the extent of Rue's history with drugs. Like, I don't know if he knew that she overdosed, or just how drastic she was, like how deep in this she was, because she was also doing drugs when she wasn't with him. And I think, like, you know, he's been coming at this like like we do drugs for fun, like that I enjoy you when we're on drugs, like that type of thing. Like, I don't think he quite realized that she was taking it to a dangerous level until last episode when she was already on drugs and then she was drinking in the car and he realizes like, yo, this is like actually dangerous. And then, well, granted, he's still then dropped her off just on the side of the street. So it's like, he's not perfect by any means. But then his decision to tell Jules, I think part of it comes from a genuine, like, you know, he wants Jules to know because one, he feels guilty about lying to her, but then like he's developed a connection with Jules as well. And it's just, it's tough. And then Jules tells Rue's mom, because to a certain extent Jules does love her, where like she cares more about her health and safety and like her continuing to be alive than she does about whether or not Rue is going to be happy with her. And but then also, like, I don't know, some of the things that Rue said to Jules were definitely true when she was like, you love being loved. I think that's very much true about Jules, is that validation of being loved. Wherever she can get that, she's going to get that. And that's why she turned to Elliot and cheated on Rue. And, you know, this is the, second time she's cheated on Rue, even though the first time they weren't technically in a relationship. It's still pretty much the second time she's cheated on Rue. So, like, you don't cheat on someone you love. At least romantic, like, you know. So to a certain extent, Rue is right in that moment, but like at the same time, she's just completely lashing out in pain and embarrassment, and it's just, it's rough. And it's just like that whole beginning section of the episode is just like claustrophobic and uncomfortable, because you're like, I shouldn't be watching this. Like, these are private moments, and I think interventions themselves are meant to convey that. They talked in the after episode about how this part was kind of meant to be shown, like, what does an intervention look like from the family's perspective? And it's like, it was tough. And then the whole middle episode, or middle part of the episode, was like a John Hughes film, like a police foot chase, where it literally felt like she's trying, like she's desperate. You know, when you in your dreams, this is gonna seem like a weird comparison, but in your dreams when you're running away from like the giant monster, and like you feel like you can't run. Like, I always had this dream or this nightmare as a kid where like you're running through a field of like tires, and you know how difficult it is to run in tires. Like, you gotta lift your legs up, but you don't feel like you're going anywhere. And it also felt like she's outrunning the consequences of this addiction, but like the earth or the ground is falling away behind her, and she's just barely staying ahead of it. But like, you know, at a certain point, like, it's gonna come out from under her, or there's gonna be a wall at the end where she just can't run forever. And that's what like the whole middle part of this felt like, where she's just running from the cops and you know, stealing things from random people, like trying to desperately cobble together some sort of solution to get this drug lady her money, but also like somehow keep her drug addiction going. And we take pit stops at Fez's place, where she tries to steal drugs from his grandma, and he kicks her out. And like, props to Fez, way to stand up for yourself. Like, as soon as she pushes him, he's like, nope, we're done, you're out of here. Stopping at some random lady's house, steals jewelry. Like, that dude tries to get the gun, he's like, ah, like freaks out. And then the scene at the Howard household, where, you know, it's kind of a big intervention there too, and they're like, yo, Rue, you need to get help. And friggin' Cassie's like, Cassie would have kept her mouth shut. She would have been fine. But she's like, she's trying to be like insightful, being like, you don't need to, quit cold turkey. Just take it one day at a time, Rue. Like, trying to be all cheery and like, yeah. and immediately, it's just like, yo, Cassie, shut up. Like, this is not the moment you want to talk. Like, this is a desperate girl who probably just felt extremely insulted by what you just said, like very disrespected. And what you said was dumb. So she's like, yo, Cassie, let me ask you a question. How long have you been banging Nate Jacobs? And it's like needle drop, like, oh shiz, like it's going down. And Maddie freaking out, Cassie bawling her eyes out immediately, like just the anxiety. Like, she's already had so much anxiety this whole season because she's afraid of it coming out. And now it's coming out. And all her big talk last episode of, like, I don't care if Maddie finds out, I'm crazier than her. And as soon as the truth comes out, she's instant panic attack. Like, she's got no spine. Like, she's all talk, no game. Maddie will walk the talk. She will back it up with some violence. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that develops for the rest of the season. Because technically they were on a break or whatever. They weren't together, but it was like 45 minutes like after they broke up. This was, she moved on that dick quick. Like she hopped on that schlong in a half second. So her excuses of being like they weren't together, that invalid. Granted, I'm not a big fan of Maddie, but like, really, how you be doing that? How you gonna be doing that to your best friend? Maddie has a righteous anger in that moment, and I think it's deserved. One thing though, Miss Howard is standing there watching. Granted, she may not agree with what Cassie did, but like when you have someone getting in your daughter's face like that, being like, I'm gonna you up, like, I feel like you should step in and maybe be like, all right, let's separate you. Defend your daughter, Miss Howard. Come on. It's so funny. That was an incredible scene. And just the desperate run continues with Rue getting the hell out of there. And then just the most anxiety-inducing segment of television I think I've ever seen happens in the last like 15-20 minutes of this episode, where Rue goes to the drug lady's house and she's like trying to explain all this stuff, and like piece by piece, moment by moment, like you start picking these things up. So a little bit of background. I have some friends who are involved with some like social justice stuff with like fighting human trafficking, and in talking with them, like one of the things I picked up is that oftentimes these people who like are involved with human trafficking, like specifically the people that like orchestrate it and like hold people, have birds or cats or dogs, some sort of animal that makes noise. Like specifically like scratching noises, or like birds, like parrots, things like that can talk. And they have those animals specifically to cover up the noises of someone like scratching at a door, or like trying to like say something, like say the police show up to someone's house, or like someone shows up, or like someone's screaming in a room. They can pass that off as like, oh, that's my parrot. My parrot was the one in the room saying stuff, right? So like as soon as I see this bird, and they focused on the bird, like if the bird was just there in general, I don't know if I would have picked it up, but they focused on the bird and they made it look weird. And I was in that moment, I was like, oh my God, this is not good. Because she specifically brought up earlier in the season, she's like, I will have you sold. And I don't know if, like, I wonder how many people may have I don't know if like maybe not believed her earlier in the season, or like maybe thought it wouldn't come up. But I feel like it was definitely mentioned for a reason. Like, this lady's telling the truth. And then you see the lock on that door and you're like, oh no. Oh no, this is bad. And then like she talks about like, oh, the good thing about being a woman is that you have other things that you can offer. And it's like, dude, like, this is not good. Like, her plan is for Rue to make up her payment to her via sex slavery. And it's not like Rue's gonna work off a payment, right? She, like, the monetary value of Rue to these sex slavery people is what is making up her losses. And it's like, and then she mentions morphine, and you're like, okay, she's definitely gonna use the morphine to like drug her up. But then when she's doing it, she stabs her arm like 8 times and then digs around to give the impression that Rue is like a heavy needle user. And I don't quite fully get that part. Like, what, like, I understand that she was doing it for like the grander purposes of her like drug trafficking thing. But I don't know the specifics of like why she wanted her to make, or why she wanted to make her look like a heroin user, right? Like, I feel like that would decrease her value from a from a logistical standpoint. I feel like that would be less monetary. Like, she'd get less money for her. Maybe, I don't know. It might be the opposite. But yeah, she wakes up, all the windows are locked, the door's locked, and she has to climb out of this. Like, I was freaking like, oh, Chief, I was freaking out, bud. Like, how do you like come out of that? How do you come out of this situation as Rue, like, realizing that you were almost like sold into slavery? Like, you were almost like prostituted out by a drug kingpin. And how do you come out of this continuing on the path of being a drug addict? I feel like this is definitely a come to Jesus episode for Rue. And there's got to be some drastic changes for her coming up, right? Like, she's got to get some sort of help. Because baby, insanity. Like, I don't know if I ever expected this show to get to this point. Like, when I started this show, I knew it was kind of insane, but I don't know if I ever expected it to get to the point where I'm like watching Zendaya almost get drug trafficked. Crazy. I don't know what else to say though. I need to take a nap. I need to go to bed. Like, I don't even think I could go to bed. Like, my heart is still like beating. I mean, it's obviously always beating, but like, it's still pumping. And I'm still like stressed out and just like, I need to like drink a glass of milk. I don't know. Oh my God. Anyways, let me know what you thought of this episode. Were you freaking out the same way I was? Did you pick up on these little things throughout the episode? Or like at least towards the end, did you pick up on the situation? Definitely let me know all your thoughts. If you liked my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe. Ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to support me directly, consider checking out my Patreon. I'll have the full uncut version of this reaction up there. Also, slight early access for new show, the Heartstopper show. Quick 8 episodes. I'm going to try and get those out as soon as I can. I think episode 1 and 2 should be up on Patreon probably by the time this one is out there. So if you're interested in that show, check that out as well. But otherwise, I think that's all I got, and I will catch you guys next time.